again, the plan at the beginning of the week was not to do this, okay? Um, but I'm not in control. I'm just gonna put some Palo Santo out there for us. Some good energy, good vibes. We're gonna do some tuning forks real quick before the read. Um, Again, we had talked about on the first night um, doing the Beyond Lemurian um, by Izzy Ivy. And again, the first night, I wasn't able to, I just felt like I wasn't supposed to do all three cards. And then, um, and then last night was a really good read. And then tonight we're gonna do the Lemurian Courts or the Lemurian cards, Beyond Lemurian. And I do not have the book. Again, this is, I think we talked about the first night, some cards are affirmational, some cards come with a guide, and some cards have guides but don't come with. So this was actually, there's a little thing that you take a picture of back here, and so it's online. But again, I just love reading cards from the picture and what the words say on the cards. So, but I wanted to do some tuning forks tonight before we get started. I did some tuning forks on a friend tonight, and it was a really good releases. I wanted to show you my shirt. Past lives. Hold on. Past lives matter. They do. I love this shirt. We went to Pennsylvania. We went to Gettysburg. Love this shirt. Love it, love it, love it. Again, this is a new platform for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being on. I am Carrie Lero, Reiki Master, also a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. And I don't know, 2025 is just the year to get things started, right? And I don't know if I talked about the word of the year. I don't know. I don't know if I talked about my word of the year, but it's actually finish and focus. So those words mean something to me. So, maybe out of all of these cards, maybe something keeps repetitively coming into you, or maybe you hear your word, or maybe you keep seeing your word. So it's just funny because I read some things about the full moon tonight, which it's a Cancer full moon in January. So and I know it's like the end of the Chinese year for the dragon. And so starting soon will be the year of the snake. Um, Again, like all of it just is so fun to work together, right? Just, I want to say pick your poison. I don't know why I want to say that, but it's like, whatever works with you is what you're supposed to be working with. And another thing is none of these cards are tarot. I work with more oracle cards. I have friends that do more tarot cards. I have a friend that does tarot and oracle together, and I just relate more to oracle cards. I did take a class when I was just new at all of this stuff for tarot, and it was a lot for my little tiny brain back then. And so I get the gist of it. I kind of know what they mean. It's too much for me sometimes. Anyway, um so yeah. So if this comes across your screen, if I come across, maybe we were meant to see each other tonight or tomorrow or whatever day you see this. I am doing a collective card read for 2025. And before we get started, I just want to clear us out, okay? So I like to do Sargento, I believe I pronounced that correctly, tuning forks. And I hit all of them with a 741, the soul, okay? And so in my brain, it just makes me think we're doing a soul clearing, okay? So we're just going to clear out, do a little deep breathing, take a deep breath, calling in all the angels, guides, the Reiki masters, ascended masters, ancestors, goddesses, gods, deities. Is that what they say? Is that what they, just calling in all of everything for our highest good tonight, for the collective. Just know that these card pulls are for the collective. So I had a friend say, oh, that sounds like a good year for you. No, this is a good year for all of us, okay? I don't know if anybody else is getting some smells. I've had 2 distinct smells come in. Whew. Whew. This would be for mental, emotional, the heart area. I don't know if anyone else is smelling roses. Sweet rose, a sweet, sweet rose. Again, mental, emotional areas, but also this would be around your throat, your speaking your truth. I believe that's what this full moon is about. Speaking our truth. That was pretty powerful, you guys. My hands are like vibrating. Okay, so I'm going to set these over here real quick, okay? And then at the end, I'm talking quite quietly because it's later tonight. It's already past 10, right? No, where do I want these? I'm just going to set them here. I want them to stay there. But again, this is a Lemurian quartz. I actually changed my lighting up a little bit so that it could get a little sparkle. So the Lemurian quartz has been working with us and says hello. So I don't know if anyone knows much about Lemurians, but I believe those were the people before the Atlanteans. Oh, I don't think we're ready. That could have been a signifier card, but I think we're good. I think we're good. So I'm sorry if I'm talking too loud or not loud enough. I feel quiet. I feel like everything needs to be quiet. So, okay. Let's see what January I think this card wants to come out for January. Throat chakra, express yourself. Okay, throat chakra, number 7, express your truth. Okay. It has a mirror. Is that the Merkaba? I think is how you say it. We have the wings of an angel. We have the butterfly. Speaking our truth. I literally just said that while we were doing the singing or the tuning forks. Very, very nice. I think it kind of says it all. We need to speak our truth this year. Okay, so that's January 2025. And then February, where are you at? Shine Your Light, number 44. Oh my gosh, I think we had a 44 yesterday. Okay, so Shine Your Light. We have a diamond in our chest. We have a diamond at our third eye. She's a little mermaid. So she's in the water, you know, so water is emotions. But shine your light. So speak your truth and shine your light for February. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all 3 of the card pulls I've done in the last 3 days. It's going to take me a couple days. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is Tuesday, so definitely by Friday. Definitely by Friday. I will have them done. And March, right here. Ooh, Starseer. There's a third eye. Now the other one had an actual crystal. This has a third eye and a crystal over the third eye. And Starseer. And it's like climbing the ladder. Oh, someone is climbing the ladder. So when I see that, again, my Mary Kay roots comes down to, you know, put your goals, you know, out there and start achieving them. Go up to the stars, or, you know, shoot for the moon and land in the stars. Yeah, that's what they say. So that's for March. Okay, where's our April? Ooh, hello. Somebody else just popped on. Nice seeing you tonight. We did some tuning forks if you want to go back and rewatch this later on. April. New blueprint. Oh, I haven't been saying so we had a 7, 44, 46. This is 38. New blueprint. It has a butterfly at the throat. Keep speaking your truth. There's a star at the top. Let's see what else. The frequencies coming in. The frequency. It kind of looks like a lotus under there. So again, it's just affirming. It's just affirming. New blueprint. It's just time to speak what we bring about. Speak about what you want to bring about. It's time to make our own. It's time to make the lives that we want. It's just time to start. Time to jump. April, May. We're gonna go for May pretty soon. You know, all of these have had like purples and blues in them. All of them in the first 4 months. So purples and blues would be third eye and throat chakra, right? So May, I believe it's this one right here. Earth star chakra, intuition. And again, there's an eye, it looks like a lotus. There's there's like singing notes, but there's also kind of like sacred geometry around the outside. A lot of the swirls again, the star. So the Earth star. And what number was that? Number 1. Okay, for May. June. Radical expansion. And look, it's a dragon. We were talking about dragons, right? We're ending the year of the Chinese year of the dragon, going into the snake. And this kind of looks like a snaky kind of dragon, right? So radical expansion, number 40. You know, it's interesting at the age, I feel like every decade I've gotten better. And at the age of 40, it was kind of like I decided that I wasn't going to be in those low frequencies anymore. And we kind of talked about that yesterday and the day before of not being in the low frequencies, the flow, the lower hertz, being above neutral, getting to neutral and above neutral. And that's where this year is at. 2025 is going to be in radical expansion. So there is a woman down here. I don't know if you can see it. And she has her arms up with her heart open. So I love it. Like I said, I'm going to be doing kind of like telling the full story of the 3 card pulls at the end of the week. I'm excited to like pull or, you know, to look at all 3 and like tell the story for the whole year and see what I get out of it. So we're looking for July. There it is. Ooh, Earth, nurture nature. Nurture nature, number 14. Okay. So we had, so at the beginning of the year was 7. And is this a 7 year? No, 2025. Oh, it's a 9? Is that right? I don't know. I have to look it up again. So this is the Earth. And again, it's just, there is a card deck that I've worked with that talks about sending, when you're doing a meditation. Hi, I'm so excited that you caught me live. Hello. But I'm going to go back to this real quick. So the one card deck I work with talks about, there's a card that talks about sending out your love to an ascended master or to Jesus, or which kind of equal, or to your spirit guide or to the earth. Like send your heart love to the earth. And that's kind of like what she's doing on the in the middle there. Can you see? Her heart is like sending. But also we were talking the very first night about being grounded, and that was but being grounded, but also like sending out your love, and then receiving it back. Okay. So when you send out the love, see how you feel receiving it back from that. Like I said, your spirit guide, like I'm sending you love. I'm open to receiving your love back. So see how, or, you know, your angel, you can ask a certain angel, a certain archangel. You could ask a certain goddess, deity, ascended master, you know, and see how you feel. And that's how I feel with this. It's like sending the world, sending the earth love and receiving back the love. And, you know, I know there's just a lot of people like, oh, there's so much hatred in the world. There's so much this, there's so much this. Well, on a daily basis, how often do you send love? Sometimes it comes back down to us. Yeah. You know, I also do a meditation for my family. And I think about us being in a circle and all of our hearts going in to the circle and meeting. And then, like, each one, like, my heart goes to each one of my family. And then um, I see all of us, our hearts meeting as one. And then, you can just imagine this however you want. And then you can just, from the center, I also think about us doing like being like little pie pieces. And, it's just like laying in our little pie together and just feeling the love of being in like a warm apple pie or something. I don't know. I was thinking pizza though. So, each of us have a slice of pizza. I don't know. This is my brain. Just, you know, I don't know what the triangles mean, but we're all meeting in the middle. All the love is meeting in the middle. And then, then you can picture your heart going to each one of your family members' hearts. And anyway, go from there. Make it your own. Make it your own. So we're back to August. Like I said, tonight I do feel very quiet. Ooh. Now, I have to tell you, July had rainbow colors in it. Okay. So the first ones were all kind of blue. And then this one had rainbow colors in it. And then July had some different colors. Now we're back to blue again. Gracious receptivity. Wasn't I just talking about that? Receptivity. When you send it out and receive it back. You send it out and you receive it back. Okay? So her hands are, again, there's that little Merkaba, the Merkaba star. Now it kind of looks like her third eye is kind of crying. But again, and she has a crown and some wings. And again, her throat chakra is kind of open. And it looks like the universe in there. Like it looks like a moon in a universe. Oh, or it's maybe like an eye sideways. Oh, yeah. So again, speaking your intuition, speaking your truth. Okay. But sometimes it can, the third eye up there is kind of has kind of like a little teardrop, right? But sometimes we have to do some releasing and crying to receive, right? Okay, so August, September. Ooh, this one's colorful. Our Ancient Future, 39. Oh, that was 28, 39. Our Ancient Future. So again, this is kind of mermaidish. It's down under the water, so there's emotions. And I was seeing if it was, no, it's a mermaid. It's a tail. And then, but there's a lot of symbolism in this. There's a lot of like geometric shapes. Again, frequency down here with the fish, the pearl, the DNA. So again, earlier we got new blueprints and then our ancient future. So it's again learning about bringing that wisdom from, again, my past life shirt, from past lives, from other timelines, bringing the knowledge we already have that, and bringing that back from our ancient future. Okay. So September, October, right here. Evolution 24. Now I can, and then there's DNA again. So again, right under the new blueprint. This one's 24, that one was 38. Another mermaid. So again, emotions and water. It's controlling our emotions, controlling our emotions. And she has like chakras coming through. She has her heart chakra. She has the base chakras. The DNA strands coming through. Evolution. So July, August, September, October. So November. Does it want to come out right here? Ooh, loving compassion. It just looks like a bunch of angels to me. Beautiful. Loving compassion. Beautiful, beautiful. But it also kind of looks like the DNA. Having loving compassion for ourselves and others, controlling our emotions, taking ownership of our emotions, taking stop the lower energies of like blame and resentment. What are some other ones? Resentment, anger, being offended, things like that. Oh, I'm feeling a release there for someone, or maybe more than one. Okay, so we're gonna go with December right here. Beautiful. Again, solar plexus, radiate illumination. And again, it's very similar to the one ahead before. It looks like the angels. And, you know, number 4, we got a couple. We got number 14, number 7. Number 4, solar plexus is, you know, where the sun hits us. It's our self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth. Okay, this was dust. There was a piece of dust. Oh my gosh, that's probably why they wanted me to talk about it. There were orbs in the first video. Oh my gosh. My friend told me, she's like, there was orbs. I'm like, oh, really? There was? And then the second night, last night, I had that powder on my shirt and I like went like that. So there was like dust. And I'm like, oh no, that's not an orb. Well, I just seen a piece of fuzz come down. So I don't know if there's more orbs tonight, but that was fun. This, again, I'm not going to make anything, but this is a little more fuzzy than the other clothes I had on this coming week. I think this went really well. Again, I think telling the story of all 3 decks and going through and taking January's and looking at all 3 of them and seeing what the story says and giving you some affirmations and other things. I see some fuzz right there. Again, not an orb, fuzz. I actually seen it with my own eyes. But what I'm going to close with tonight, thank you for being on. Like I said, I feel like I'm being very quiet, but it is after 10 here. So thank you. Like I said, subscribe, like, share. Again, with this being YouTube, only my 3rd live, it's just very exciting to be on a new platform. And if this found you, and there is no hashtags or anything, so you are meant to see us, see me. I guess there's more than us, more than me, right? I am going to finish up with my tuning forks. And what I do, I call this the Edward Scissorhands, really. Okay, so I hold them. Just a minute. This one needs to come out. Kind of call this the finale, but this is going to be our closing tonight. So take a deep breath in. Blow it out. Thank you. I appreciate you for being on tonight. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. Go back and see if the other part one and part two radiate with you, radiate with you. And again, I'm going to see if I can turn this off. It's it's always something new. Okay, I forget how to close.